What's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those of you that do not know, True Trading Group is the fastest growing and highest rated online premium educational platform available today at True Trading Group. Results matter. And because results matter, we have one simple goal: to help you to learn, trade, and profit. If you guys are new, make sure that you like and share this video. Most importantly, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, because 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live here for free, where myself, other THD Pro Trader moderators, and special guests will drop golden nuggets and provide you with free lessons that can help you to become a better trader. But why should you listen to any of the free lessons that I share with you guys on this live stream? I did not figure this stuff out on my own. I began my career working for a fund in New York City right out of college, my very first job. And then the very next year, 2008, that was the Great Recession, the housing market crisis, the stock market crash. It was actually during that time that I went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. But before any of that was possible, I first, guys, had to go through an intensive trading program. I had access to some of the top trading tools, and I was part of a community of like-minded traders. And that is exactly what the True Trading Group platform is based on here now today. Guys, listen up. We're going to start this live stream off as follows. We're going to do a 15, 20-minute Q&A, allow for some time for people to log on, and then we're going to be talking about the stock market crash of 2021. Is it going to continue, or is this a situation where we can buy the dip? We're going to talk about this because tomorrow is Fed meeting. We've got a major catalyst on deck for tomorrow, and that is the Fed meeting. All right, and then we're going to be talking about how we can profit from this week's action. All right, last but not least, I will be covering also with you guys my trades today. We got a nice day today, HLBZ, ARQQ, my winners of the day today. I'll update you guys on a swing trade as well. We got a lot to cover here. And then last but not least, later on the live stream, I will show you the entire TC platform. I'll walk you guys through that and show you exactly what True Trading Group has to offer. All right, now listen up, guys. We're about to start that Q&A session. Okay, do not be shy. Do not be embarrassed. Do not feel stupid. There is no such thing as a stupid question. Remember, if you have a question, somebody else on this live stream probably has the same question. So go ahead right now, guys. Start typing your questions in chat, and let's go ahead and begin that Q&A. All right, guys, don't be shy. Type your questions right in chat. Can you explain VWAP and why it is so important in day trading? Yeah, sure, Flutter Sun. So VWAP stands for volume weighted average price. It is a extremely common technical indicator. That will basically plot for you the average price that the shares are being traded at within any given day. Okay, so it literally takes every share that is traded, and it calculates for you the average price of all of the shares traded on any particular day. So that's your VWAP indicator. Now, just like any other indicator, sometimes it's spot on, sometimes it's completely irrelevant. There is no one indicator that works better than all of the rest. Sometimes you'll have some indicators where that will affect the price of a stock almost seemingly to the penny, and there'll be other times that exact same indicator will be completely irrelevant. That's why I don't rely on one particular indicator. I don't teach any of our members to rely on one particular indicator. A professional technical analysis will allow you to understand how different indicators work in conjunction with one another. This way you can rely on a multiple or a group of indicators all giving you the same signal or lining up in the same price area to help you place your trading, or to help you make your trading decisions, rather than relying on just one indicator. Right, so there's going to be times VWAP is going to be support or resistance almost to the penny. There's going to be other times a stock will trade right through VWAP like it's not even there. All right, so you don't want to just base your entire trading style around VWAP. The reason why VWAP is significant is because, like I said, it is an average of all of the shares that are traded during the day, but also sometimes can be used as a benchmark for institutional traders. So let's say an institutional trader had an order to buy 100,000 shares of X particular stock during the day. If they're able to buy those shares at an average price below VWAP, they would be said to have done a good job. If they had an order to sell 100,000 shares, let's say, of a particular stock during the day, if they were able to get their average sale above VWAP, then they would be said to have did a good job. So that's why sometimes you get a lot of support or resistance at those at that VWAP. But like I said, just like any other indicator, sometimes it'll be perfect, sometimes it'll be completely irrelevant. You can't rely on just one indicator. Can't seem to understand the technical aspects of option trades. I have a problem when I don't understand what each choice means. It's frustrating. Okay, well, Sonny, what I'll explain to you real first is that Rome was not built in a day. That's first and foremost. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by understanding what each choice means. I assume you're referring to the different strike price and the different expiration dates. Okay. My advice to you would be to really just not trade options at all until you actually understand what those different aspects of options mean, because every option contract is going to have a strike price and an expiration date. All right. Now, let me explain to you what those mean real quick. But before I get into that, just make sure you go through the option courses that are available in the curriculum. It's totally free with your membership. So if you're a member of True Trading Group, you can go through all the option courses. I highly recommend you do that and pass those quizzes before you actually start trading options, and then use the simulator to actually trade options with fake money, so you don't make any mistakes with real money, which typically a lot of traders do. When it comes to trading options, the mistake they make most often is they get too much position size, not realizing the actual risk they're taking on that trade. And then that causes them to actually take much larger losses than they initially expected to. So make sure that you go through the courses, make sure you go through, use the simulator, and also watch Options Palooza. So just a couple weeks ago on September 11th, two of our professional option traders, Chris and Momin, they actually conducted an all-day long training about options specifically. I would highly recommend that you go back and watch that as well. Okay, but those strike price and expiration dates, every option has an expiration. The expiration is when that contract literally expires, and you will have to either transact the option on that day. Now, if you have a strike price on a call option, essentially what the strike price is that option gives you the right to buy that stock at that particular price. If it's a put option, that option gives you the right to sell a stock at that particular price. Okay. So when you're selecting a strike price, you're basically saying, hey, okay, I'll be able to, at the expiration date, you'll be able to buy shares of the stock at that price. If it's a put option, it basically is saying you on that expiration date, you'll be able to sell shares at that strike price. And that's the difference between a call option and a put option with your strike price and expiration date. All right. But I would highly suggest that you go through all of the courses, the video library, and watch Options Palooza and all those different things. But don't worry about it. Rome wasn't built in a day. Options can be a little bit tricky. They could be a little intimidating at first, but I assure you, once you go through all the curriculum, you'll get to know them like the back of your hand, and you'll trade them with the rest of my TGD fam each and every single day. Mike, can you explain what safe banking is? Thank you. Yeah, more money. So safe banking is they're actually sliding safe banking into the National Defense Act, through the National Defense Act. And this is going to be a game changer for cannabis companies. It's going to be a game changer for cannabis companies because they are now going to be able to actually bank, okay, like a normal company. They will have access to financing and loans like a normal company with normal interest rates. They'll have access to normal federal banking products, which is going to be a game changer for all the cannabis companies. And then also that is really looked at and seen as a bit of a stepping stone, as Safe Banking Act is something that is kind of step one towards a much broader federally accepted cannabis industry. So, Safe Banking Act passing, it's not the end game, but it is certainly a step in the right direction. And that is why you saw a big pop today in all of your cannabis names, because they are going to be putting safe banking into the National Defense Act. And I think the National Defense Act, has passed 58 out of 59 times. I heard somebody say those numbers today. Don't quote me on those numbers, but it basically always passes. There's not many people that want to vote against the National Defense Act. So pretty good chance that if they slide that into the National Defense Act and it passes, then you're going to have safe banking for the cannabis industry, which is a big milestone for that sector. And that's why you saw a big pop. Mike, can you talk a little bit about leverage ETFs? Are they really risky to trade? Best for day trades? No, they're not really risky to trade. They're really not risky to trade at all. I think they're actually could be a pretty good vehicle for you to trade if you want to. Let's say if maybe you want to own the SPY, but you don't have the capital to actually buy the SPY itself, or maybe you're not comfortable trading options, or maybe you're unsure about the timing of the trade that you want to make. So you don't want to go with options because you have to worry about the time decay and the expiration. So you want to go with one of like the leverage ETFs on the SPY or on the Qs or on the Dow. There's a lot of leverage ETFs that are out there. Some of them do not have a lot of volume that trades on them. So I don't have any problem with you guys trading leverage ETFs. I used to trade the TVIX all the time. The TVIX was a triple leverage ETF that tracked the VIX. Whenever the markets would go down significantly, I would always trade the TVIX because the TVIX would just go nuts. Unfortunately, the leverage on the TVIX got too great, and they were actually forced to delist it. I believe it was Credit Suisse were the ones that delisted. I believe they're the ones that ran TVIX, and they actually delisted it just recently. Just last year, they delisted the TVIX, and that was a real sad day for me because it was my favorite vehicle to trade. It was my absolute favorite vehicle to trade. So that was unfortunate when they delisted it. But what are you gonna do? It is what it is. And no, they don't have to necessarily just be for day trades. I just saw that last part of your question, Rockman. No, you can swing trade them. You can swing trade them. You just want to be careful with some of your other like ETFs that will just have a tendency to decay to zero. And that's going to be, like your like a VIX is something that you don't necessarily just want to hold onto forever because it has a tendency just to drift its way down towards zero. The VIX is just going to spike when you have moments of uncertainty and volatility in the markets, and then it pulls itself right back in. There's a lot of different ETFs that are like that. So you want to just be careful that you're not just blindly holding on to those positions. Like the UBXY is a perfect example. You don't want to just buy the UBXY and hold on to it forever because it just continues to decay down towards zero, and then it will reverse split, and then will decay to zero, will reverse split, and has very brief moments of these big spikes. So UBXY is not something that you're going to want to hold forever. So that's just one example right there. Mike, I know with TTG, we often take profits at tier one. Sometimes stocks pull back after we take profits. Doesn't make sense to buy back at support after taking profits at tier one. You definitely, listen, Scooby-Doo, you definitely could. You could do that if you want. I don't do that just because I don't want to add back to my position unless I know that I'm correct on the trade. And when you get to profit target one, you're not sure you're right or not yet. Profit target number one is really only meant to be like insurance on the rest of your position. It's meant to just reduce your risk and protect you in case the trade fails and help you minimize losses as best you can. That's really what profit target number one is for. Okay, so when you get to profit target number two, that's the breakout. That's the move. That's the stock saying, hey, you were correct. And then profit target 3 or 4 after that is, are we getting follow through? Are we getting continuation on that breakout? So it's like tier one take profit or first take profit is essentially reducing risk, protecting my downside. Take profit number 2 is, yes, I was right. Bulk of my positions off the table. Take profits 3 or 4 is, wow, look at all this follow through. Look at this continuation. All right. So I teach all of our members, obviously, to trade in tiers. For those that don't know what I'm referring to about tier 1 and tier 2 take profits, I teach all of our members to sell your position in pieces. Okay. So we never sell our entire position all at once on winning trades. So when we enter trades, we identify 4 very key prices. 4 key prices we identify are our stop loss, our first take profit, second take profit, third take profit. And typically what you do is sell 25% of your position at profit target 1, sell 50% at profit target 2, sell 25% at profit target 3. Now, the idea here is that this is designed specifically to do two things: help you stay in winning trades longer, which a lot of amateur traders struggle with greatly. This will help you stay in winning trades longer, but it also helps you keep losing trades small. All right. That is the entire premise behind the tier trading system. It's something I learned when I originally was working at the fund. I've since tweaked it so it relates to my own retail individual trading, and it's a complete game changer. I'll never trade any other way for the rest of my life. And I'm pretty sure I speak for my entire TGD family, about 7,600 of us now, that they also will never trade any other way after learning how to trade with the tier trading strategy. It's a complete game changer. It really helps you stay in winning trades longer, and it helps you keep losing trades small. And those are two things that if you guys want to become consistently profitable in the stock market or consistently profitable traders in general, those are two things that you have to be able to do. You have to be able to make sure that your risk is controlled. And when you do lose, that you're not getting crushed, you're taking smaller losses. The tier trading strategy helps you do that. But also when you're right, you need to capitalize on it. You can't be selling yourself short when you're right. You've got to make the money when you're right. And a lot of people struggle with doing that. They get out too soon. This will help you stay in winning trades longer. This tier trading strategy is so important in your trading that there's an entire course within the TTG curriculum dedicated to the tier trading system. That is how important I think that this is to your trading. And I teach it to every single one of our members. You'll get to learn it like the back of your hands. If it sounds like it's a little over your head right now, don't worry about it. But you can just ask our members in chat, how much that the tier trading system has helped to make them better traders. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer for you. All right. Hey, Mike, I love you, but I honestly do much better with my own trades than anything. The modular, my plan, my trades. You have me learning and executing on my own. Thank you again. I love TGD. And that Mambo Jams Kitty Cat, I love that that's your name. Jenny. That's music to my ears. That really is music to my ears. I'm really happy. I'm really glad that you just shared that, because that will always be the case. Okay. What I have seen with successful traders is, in order to realize your full potential, it will come from executing on your own trades. It's one thing to follow somebody else's trades, but people always do better when they learn this on their own. They're able to identify opportunities on their own, and they have the confidence, because they're educated at this point now, to execute on those opportunities profitably. And that is when you will realize your true potential as a trader. You guys want to follow my trades or any one of the other moderators' trades, by all means, you absolutely can. And many people do. We alert all of our trades in real time in chat. We're also on the microphone telling you what we're going to do before we actually do it. I come on the microphone, I tell people what I'm going to buy before I actually buy it. You can follow my trades pretty easily if you guys want to. And the same thing goes with all the other moderators that are in TTG. It's not just me. There's 7 to 8 other professional traders that are in there that are calling out trades with you during the day. It's not just myself. And everyone has their own trading style. There's stocks, there's options, there's day trades, there's swing trades every single day inside of True Trading Group. There's small caps, mid caps, large caps being traded literally on a daily basis. So no matter what you trade, there's something for you in TTG. But, that is our goal at True Trading Group. Our goal is to help you become a self-sufficient trader. Our goal is to teach you how to fish. Okay, that is our goal. Our goal is to teach you how to fish to the point where you are educated enough to identify these opportunities in the market. The opportunities when you see them, but then also have the confidence to place those trades when you see them. And a lot of people hesitate when they do that because they don't trust their analysis. They don't think that they're right because they're not confident enough. It's no different than when you take a college exam and the professor hands you the exam and you're going through the questions and you're like, I think it's B, but I'm not quite sure. Then all of a sudden you think it's C, and then you fill in C, but then you second guess yourself and you erase it. And then then you think it's B. It's because you're unsure of the answer. You're unsure of the material. You don't know the material 100%. Trading's a lot like that. If you're unsure in the material and you don't know for sure what you're doing, you're going to second guess yourself. You're going to second guess your analysis. So that's why being educated is such an important part in becoming a self-sufficient trader. And that's our goal on True Trading Group. And it always has been, it always will be. I don't want to create a bunch of traders that just blindly follow my trades. I want to create a bunch of traders that have the education to identify their own opportunities so that they can also share opportunities with me. The point of trading in a group is to make everyone better. It's not just for me and the other moderators to just stroke our egos and say, look at how great we are. Look at our trades. That's not what it's about. It's about educating a group of traders that genuinely cares about one another's success. And I only have 2 eyeballs. I can only look at so many stocks during the day. But if I have thousands of other traders that all know what to look for, the same things that I'm looking for, that can bring those opportunities to my attention that I otherwise would have missed. That's what being in a group is all about. I make you guys better, but you also make me better. That's the point. That's true trading group. So Mama James Kitty Cat, great job. Music to my ears. Congratulations. Nicely done. Keep it up. Keep it up. All right. Okay, guys, moving on. I'd like to actually cover with you guys before I get into the SPY, the overall markets today. You had some real lackluster action in the overall markets today after we started off with a pretty big gap up, and then that gap up was not able to hold. But we got a major catalyst tomorrow with the Fed meeting. We're going to talk all about it. We're going to talk about what to expect from the Fed and what result or what impact that could have on the overall markets. Before I do that, let's talk about my trades today. We got a couple of trades today, a couple of nice ones, some bangers. HLBZ had some news today, was one of the leading gappers on the day, had some news today that they were going to be working with Amazon. Okay, had some news they were going to be working with Amazon, caused a huge gap up in the stock. And let's go ahead now and let's go over to the charts, and I will just walk you guys through this trade setup. I'll just walk you guys through this trade setup here on HLBZ. Okay, so we have HLBZ, and this is a good example because we were talking about tier trading, right? We talked about tier trading, and you tier out, okay? We tier out of winning trades, which is what I just spoke to you about just a couple minutes ago. You can also tier in, and I did that today in HLBZ. So the point of tiering into your positions is you are trying to get full size when you have confirmation that what you thought you saw, you were correct. So when you're looking at a specific chart and you think you see a setup, what you're essentially going to do is say, all right, I think I see something. I'm not quite sure yet. There's no confirmation, but I think I see something forming. Let's test the waters. Okay, let's test the waters. Let's take a tier 1 position. The tier 1 position is 25% of your desired size. All right, just 25%. So if you were going to buy 1,000 shares, tier 1 would be 250 shares. If you were going to buy 100 shares, tier 1 would be 25 shares. Okay, that's tier 1. It's small size. It's a starter. You're dipping your toes in the water. That's because you think you see something, you're not quite sure. Then you add to get to your full size position if and when you get some form of confirmation that whatever you thought you saw that caused you to enter tier 1, it is now confirmed. That is when you want to add to tier 2. You don't want to add to your full position when the stock goes down and you and being averaging down on your trade. You want to add, the point here is to add full size when the probability of the pattern has increased. So essentially, the point in which you enter tier 1 versus the point you enter tier 2, which would be the rest of your position, the probability of the pattern's success rate should be much higher when you enter tier 2. So the point of this is you're sacrificing price because you will be buying at a higher price, tier 2, than you bought tier 1. But you're sacrificing the higher entry price in order to get into a setup that has a higher probability of success. Remember, guys, trading is about probability. Trading is about identifying high probability patterns and attacking them. That's trading. It's not about being right or wrong. Nobody really knows what the hell a stock is going to do. Traders make their best analysis. They give their best guesses, okay, according to the different setups, the different chart patterns, the different indicators, Okay, that's what they're going to be using to determine, hey, I think this stock is going to go up. An A plus setup, 70 to 75% of the time, that stock's going to work itself out. A B setup, maybe 60 to 65%. And a C setup is probably a 50-50 coin flip. You want to avoid 50-50 coin flips. You want to have the patience to wait for the A setups. All right. So that was HLBZ. Let's talk about this trade now. HLBZ had a big gap up today. All right. Big gap up today on the back of that news, on the back of the Amazon news. We didn't really have anything come into play here with the Fibonacci levels off the opening bell. Okay, so there's your opening bell, and right off the open, the stock just starts to fade. All right, now I had support down there around 26. We never quite got there. But what I started to see happen, I'm going to make the volume here a little bit bigger because the volume here had a huge impact on why I went after the trade when I did. The trade line started to work its way up at this point. So here comes your trade line. And then all of a sudden, you started to get a real nice increase in volume after decreasing volume on this initial opening pullback. So this initial opening pullback, you can see volume was actually decreasing. Then the stock kind of stuck its foot in the ground, popped back up over VWAP, and then you got this increase in volume. At this moment, I said to myself, okay, this stock has a good fundamental catalyst with the news with Amazon. I think I see a trade line VWAP cross, but I have not confirmed that yet. A trade line VWAP cross is when this teal blue line crosses over VWAP, which is this orange line. Now, that has not yet happened. So remember what I said. You enter tier one when you think you see something, but you're not quite sure. All right. So what I did was I stepped in right here, and right here is where I bought a tier one position. And remember, a tier one position is just 25% of your desired size. All right. I bought a tier one at $35.12 at 9:58 a.m. There's tier one. Now, I said to myself, I will add tier two when I get confirmation of the trade line VWAP cross. Well, as you can see, I never got the cross. Now the stock pulled back. It's actually lower than where I bought it. I'm not averaging down here because I don't have any confirmation. Nothing's changed. It's the exact same setup. Nothing's changed. I don't have nothing new has happened that gives me confirmation. So I'm not adding yet. Right? I'm not adding yet. Then what happens? Here comes the trade line. The trade line finally does cross over VWAP, and that gives me my confirmation. And I add right inside of this candle to my full size position at $36.80. So the tier one is $35.12. The tier two is $36.80. Remember, I am adding to this position because the probability of the pattern has now increased because now the trade line has worked itself over VWAP. So now I have a higher probability of this stock moving higher at this moment than I did at that moment. That's how you tier trade, when the probability of the pattern has increased. All right. And then we got this real nice move, and it took us right through highs. The stock halted a couple times, and I just started peeling profits off the table coming out of that halt. We took profits, guys, at 39.19, at 41.20, 38.53, and then final take profit was 36.40. Okay. So I just started, we just taking profits off in this move. And then once we kind of failed there, and then we pulled back down to VWAP, that's when I got flat my position, final take profits. Okay. So that's it. So there were my take profits, and there was the tier one, tier two, take, and just peeled my profits off the table on HLBZ. I thought we had a chance to get more out of this. I really thought I was going to be selling around 45. We're not quite able to get there. All right, we're not quite able to get there. But that's a really nice lesson there, guys, on tier trading and tiering into your position, how to enter tier one, and then knowing when to enter tier two. Next trade was ARQQ. This was a nice one. Required a lot of patience. I basically held on to this trade the entire day. Right? Yeah, MRIN is trading higher here after hours, guys. I'm not sure. Looks like MRIN's got some news. I'm not sure what it is. I have to go back and look at it. But MRIN is getting some action here after hours. I gotta go back and check and see what the news is. But MRIN with a nice little move. So we'll add this to the watch list tomorrow. Obviously, stock's up 88% right now after hours. That's a significant move. This is really big volume for MRIN. It looks like we had a little bit of front running. Whatever the news is, looks like somebody might be in trouble here with some insider trading. That's going to be my biggest guess. Somebody got whatever news just came out. I'm assuming it's news. I'm not sure what the news is. I have to go back. I have to go and look at it. But it looks like someone got that news earlier in the day, and you see that volume spike out of nowhere. Somebody getting in trouble for insider trading. I will probably place a bet on that one. Revenue share agreement with Google. Is that the news, guys? Is that the news? A revenue share agreement with Google? Well, I'll look at it when we're done with the live stream. I'll look at it. I'll look at it later today. Once we're done with the live stream, and this will be on the watch list for tomorrow. So you guys can all add MRIN on the watch list tomorrow. All right, this will be on the watch list for tomorrow. So let's go back to ARQQ. This is a great lesson on patience, proper stop loss placement. Okay, ARQQ, let's go to the daily chart before today. Let's go before today. This was the daily chart on ARQQ. Now, as you can see, this is a clean double top, right? A clean double top. There's your double top, right? This initial opening high was 26, and then this was 26.48. So there's your clean double top high there on ARQQ. Okay, so there's your double top, right, at all-time highs. Today, we broke through that. So when we broke through that, all right, when we broke through that, this is that same line. I didn't touch that line. This is the same line. So again, daily chart, right? Previous double top all-time high. I didn't touch that line. Let's go back now to the 3-minute chart. And you'll see this morning, okay, right off the open, we broke through that all-time high, and then the stock halted. So you see those little dash lines. That's the stock halting. We opened up out of the halt. We extended higher. We got really nice, strong increase in volume coming out of that halt. And now I'm saying to myself, wow, okay, let's take a look at this for a second, because now we've broken above the double top all-time high. We have a halt price. I've got my trade line. I've got an increase in volume. So I stepped in on this pullback, and right inside of that pullback is where I went ahead and I got long right there on ARQQ. Now I'll go through this. I'll give you guys the timestamp and entry. 9:50 a.m. at 28:30. So it's a little bit higher. It's right there. 28:30. There's the entry point, guys, on ARQQ. Right away, we extend, we push through. We actually get to a brand new high of the day. I sell 25% of my position, as I always do, at the new high at $30.44. So real quick, $2 pop on ARQQ. $2 a share pop real quick on ARQQ. And then the stock begins its pullback. And this is where proper stop loss placement comes into play. And what you start to notice is this previous resistance level that was the double top, right? You see that previous resistance level that was the double top. You see it now start to act as an area of support. So we pulled right back down, and notice we pulled back down on really low volume, right back into that previous resistance level. And now that resistance level starts to act as an area of support. Look at this. Look at this support at these previous all-time highs, right? Look at that support at those previous all-time highs, guys. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Just stuck to the game plan, stuck to the stop loss, and then this thing just starts to really just push. I took more profits off right there during lunchtime on the new high. I'll give you guys the timestamp on that one as well. Where are we? Where are you? 1:10 p.m. At 1:10 p.m., took more profit off at 31.20. 31.20, that is right there. Okay, that is right there, 31.20. Still holding some, and then we get a nice move late in the late in the afternoon session, and another take profit comes off the table there at 32.50, and then I decided to get flat right before the bell at $30.83. So there's the entry, and there are your take profits. Literally, guys, I basically held on to this trade the entire day. Okay, held on to this trade the entire day. in at 9:45 in the morning or so, about 9:51, whatever it was, whatever the entry was there, and then flat the final profit right at the end of the day, right before the close. Right before the close. All right, so there you have it, guys. That's ARQQ. That was HLBZ. Some good action here. Some really good action, on those names here today. That's where I made my money. I lost some money on SPIR. So I did have a losing trade today on SPIR. I'll just kind of walk you guys through SPIR real quick. SPIR, I should say, had a nice little move in the morning, pulled back, got back above VWAP. I stepped in right here. I got long, looking for the trade line VWAP cross to trigger and to push us up to new highs. We never quite got to new highs. We started to form a little bit of a little wedge pattern here, starts to form. Okay, we were unable to break through that later in the day, and I stopped out of that position on that break right there out of that triangular pattern. So that was my one losing trade there on the day, but the profits obviously on HLBZ and ARQQ well more than covers. So nice little green day there today, guys. All right. So good stuff, really good stuff. ARQQ, HLBZ, a lot that we can learn, from those particular trades before we now get into the overall markets and what we can expect from the Federal Reserve tomorrow. What we can expect from the markets. Is the stock market crash going to be continuing, or is this a scenario where you can start to step in and start to buy the dip? All right, that's what everybody wants to. That's what everybody here wants to know. All right. Okay, guys. So that just about wraps it up there for the Q&A session of our live stream, and I kind of threw in my trade recaps there as well. But what I would like to actually do real quick, I see there's a couple people that are asking about a membership. I would like to first see how many people that are on the live stream right now. How many of you are brand new to the live stream, meaning this is your first live, or you're not a member of True Trading Group? If that's the case, if that's you, type the number 1 in chat right now. We got Ty D, we got Matthew Bogart, we got John Woodfin, Rob Shellman, Jason Stank, Sebastiano Sedekasi. We've got Lady Ape, Jake, Ayadal, E-Rock, Hong, Denver Ring, Rebecca DeLeon, Aaron David Karstead, B. Lee, Ice Skate Pop War, Skure Boy. Good, guys. Awesome. A lot of new faces here, a lot of noobs that are joining us here today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, remember, at True Trading Group, we help people reach their goals of becoming consistent profitable traders because we combine top-notch education, same stuff I learned working at the hedge fund, and we combine that with premium tools and resources from companies like TradingView, Benzinga, Quote Media, and Trade Ideas. We're a community of traders that all shares the same goal, and that's to learn, trade, and profit together. Before I do get into the price of our membership, there are a couple of people that I see that are asking about how much is your program. And I'm glad you said program, because True Trading Group is a platform. Okay. It's not just about trade alerts and courses. It also provides you with resources and tools that you guys need to be consistently profitable or active traders, even for that matter. So before I get into the price, I just have 2 questions for my TTG members themselves. If you are a member of True Trading Group, guys, do me a favor. Tell me right now in chat how much you think a membership to True Trading Group is worth. The 1-year membership that you are a part of right now currently, tell me how much you think it's worth. Be honest. Tell me the truth. You think it's worth 5 cents? Tell me. You think it's worth 10 grand? Tell me. You think it's worth anything in between? Tell me. All right, I want to know. All right. Honest to God, 10K. John Bean says priceless. DD Jack says 10K. 1250, 5 to 6K minimum. 6,000's a bargain. 5K plus. 10,000, 4,000, 10,000, 3,000 a month. Priceless. 10K. 5,000. 15K, 5 to 10K. It's priceless. 5K, 10K. 1.5 Amazon shares. Derek says 2K. Molly says 5K. B. Lee says 10K. Frank Fuentes says greater than 10K. You guys get the point. I don't got to keep reading the comments. You guys certainly can, though. All of my members that are commenting right now, guys, tell me why. Why is it worth that much to you? Why are some of you saying priceless? Why are some of you saying 10K? Why are some of you saying 15K? Why? What is the reason why you feel the membership is worth that much? Where is that value coming from? Tell me, comment in chat right now, guys. I would love to know. It's worth anything to learn. It's worth anything to learn to be financially secure. Amen. Education. The knowledge you provide is priceless. Education, and the trading tools the platform offers are amazing because TTG is the real deal. No bullshit. I like that. Education. The education you provide leads to financial freedom. You guys are excellent teachers. TTG is changing my life. The education plus mentoring. Create a legacy for my kids. I like that. The courses are broken down so simply. I now know how to trade options, exclamation points. DD Jack says it's life-changing. I'm learning a skill that has no ceiling on income potential. Amen, D. Life-changing, says Timothy as well. Molly does it for the freedom. I love it, guys. This is fantastic. All right, Chris Varno says it's easy. Between the platform and the thousands of eyes on the market, it is easier to be able to take hold of the opportunities that are available every single day. Excellent. Excellent. Great, guys. So listen, so you guys are seeing members that are commenting how much they think it's worth. Well, I got good news for you. A lot of people think it's worth 10 grand, 15 grand, 12 grand. Well, guess what? That's not how much a membership costs. A 1-year membership is normally $2,212. But from now until midnight Pacific tonight, you can save 41%. It brings the price of your membership all the way down to $1,291 when you use the coupon code TTG121. And the next 5 people to use that coupon code will get themselves a brand new free laptop. These 5 laptops are left over from last night. We had 20 laptops left over from Sunday. There were only 5 of them left. Okay, there are only 5 laptops left. If you guys use coupon code TTG121, you get a 41% discount. You also get a brand new free laptop. We also cover the shipping cost for you. It's literally totally free. We ship it to anywhere in the world. Okay, these will be the last of the laptops that we are giving out. There will be no more laptops after this. There are only 5 of them left. Okay, if you guys do not want the laptop, instead you'd rather have a little bit of a steeper discount, you can send a text message to 201-775-9702. Again, that is 201-775-9702. That number's right here at the bottom of the screen. You guys can text that number right now. Adam, who's my partner and co-founder of True Trading Group, is standing by to help answer any questions that you guys have and give you maybe a little bit of a steeper discount than the 41% if you don't want the laptop. But if you do want the laptop, there's literally only 5 left. They'll probably be gone before I'm done with this live stream. So guys, listen, I want you to think of TTG as the Netflix of trading communities because you pay one price, you get access to the core of everything that we have for the entire year. Your membership includes our entire curriculum, all 17 of our courses that include beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto. It's all in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. Remember, this is a simplified version of the education I received working at the fund, minus the crypto part. Their crypto was not really a thing when I was working at the fund. That is new stuff that obviously we've expanded on that education and continue to expand on that TTG platform and on the curriculum. But you're going to learn the same stuff that I learned to help me become the trader that I am here today. These are all the courses. There are no VIP pro courses that cost you more money once you sign up. There are no upsells like that for courses and resources. You get access to every single course when you join that annual membership. You also get access to the Quote Media's full book level 2. It's going to show you all the market makers that are inside of level 2. You're also going to be able to use TradingView's premium charting software. It's one of the most commonly used charting softwares by traders. You get to use our simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, with real-time data so you can practice. And that's the same simulator that's used at Cal State Fullerton, University of Wisconsin Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, and Illinois Tech. You also can use our Trade Idea Scanner. This shows you stocks making new highs, new lows, stocks that have a surge in volume, and they are broken down and segmented between small caps, mid caps, and large caps. So no matter what you trade, we can make sure you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. The stocks can give you the best chance to profit. Right? You get access to all this stuff, including your membership. You don't pay extra for any of it. You also get access to our own proprietary scanner that's got the same functionality as FinViz Elite, where you can actually create and save your own scanner, but also allow the moderators to share their scanner setups with you in real time. Then you have access to the chat room, obviously. The chat room, myself and the rest of our moderators are in chat, sharing our screen with you. You see what we see. We're live on the microphone talking to you throughout the day, just like I'm talking to you now. We're live on a microphone, calling out our trades in advance, telling you guys where I'm buying, where I'm selling before I even do it. When my orders actually fill, you get a notification in chat that lets you know the price of my order execution, as well as the stop loss on my trade or how much of my position I'm still holding, etc. We're there with you the entire day. We're not just gone after 2 hours. You have to fend for yourself. The moderators are there from pre-market till after hours, identifying opportunities, giving you real-time analysis. And you can also send us DMs during the day and ask us questions privately if you guys want, or you can ask us a message in chat. Would it be nice to ask a professional trader during the day what they think about a particular stock that you're in? You have the ability to do that with all of the moderators inside of True Trading Group on any given day. We also do live workshops. Okay, live workshops and webinars every week. Trader Palooza is on October 9th. Set your reminders now. On October 9th, the moderators and I will be hosting an all-day live training workshop. It's a 12-hour long event, and every hour on the hour, we will be covering a variety of different trading topics. We'll publish the itinerary shortly, where you guys will be able to see which moderator is covering which topic at what time, so you can plan your Saturday, October 9th, accordingly. So you can log into chat when you want to attend a specific workshop, log out when you don't, and you can go run some errands. We're also going to be joined by a special guest on Trader Palooza with Mr. Matt Kors. Matt Kors will be doing a 1-hour segment in Trader Palooza talking about how to trade social sentiment. All right, trading meme stocks and understanding social sentiment so you guys can identify these short squeeze opportunities before they actually happen. He's going to walk you guys through all of that as well. Trader Palooza is totally free for our members. You don't have to pay extra to attend it, but you must be a TGD member in order to attend. However, because we have Matt doing a special session with us, if you are not a member of True Trading Group and you are part of Matt's community, okay, if you are part of Matt's, Ape Nation, Moon Gang, you guys are part of his community, you will be able to attend Matt's segment only. You will not be able to attend the rest of Trader Palooza unless you are an actual member of True Trading Group. Okay, so that's October 9th. Set your reminders. Then, guys, you're also going to be getting 2 private study groups with your membership. That's going to be your chance to get individual attention from a TGD mod to go over lessons and topics that you're really struggling with to help speed up that learning curve. Can be a game changer in your education and in your development as a trader. And then we do a lot of fun giveaways too. Whenever TGD gets 300 new members, we give away a brand new Tesla or $30,000 cash. All you need to do is be a member of True Trading Group, and you guys will have a chance to win 30 grand or a brand new Tesla. All right. So there you have it, folks. You just got to use coupon code TTG121. That'll get you the 41% discount and the brand new laptop. What? I don't know what that means. You'll get the brand new free laptop. So coupon code TTG121. All right. That'll give you the brand new free laptop. You'll know you're getting a laptop if you see the laptop in your checkout cart. If you do not see the laptop in your checkout cart, that means we have completely sold out. Remember, there's only 5 of them left, so you guys want to act quick. I wouldn't even wait till this live stream is over, honestly. If you guys want to join up and you want the free laptop, I do it now. You have to enter the code and click apply code to get the discount. And then we also have a money-back guarantee, guys. All right. Anyone that goes through all the courses, passes the quizzes, and attends one private study group, that's all I ask from you. If you do those 3 things and still do not make your membership fee back, I'll give you all of your money back. All right. I'm not kidding. That's the deal. Go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend one study group. If you do that, and do not make back your membership fee at least once, I will give you all of your money back. I'll give you the full $12.90 back, and you get to keep the laptop in the meantime, because I stand behind this program. I put my money where my mouth is, and I told you results matter at True Training Group. It's not just words here. It's results, it's numbers, it's stats. And the stats are well over 80% of our members are successful, meaning they're making money and becoming better traders. If you guys don't believe me, watch this. Guys, do me a favor. If you're a member of True Trading Group, go ahead right now, type the number 1 in chat. If you are making money and becoming a better trader because of TTG, type the number 1 in chat right now. Joined just last week and already made twice my membership fee. That's awesome, Eric. Great job. Really great job. Zabir O says, I made 10K since I started 2 weeks ago. That's incredible. Look at all these number ones, guys. Look at all these number ones. I started on September 1st. I already made my money back, says Winthorpe. Mambo Jams Kitty Cat says, TTG rocks my socks off. Rocks my stocks off. I love that. I love it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Guys, look at all these number ones. Pay attention to all these number ones that you see coming through on this side of the screen right here. All these number ones are the reason why I can offer you this money back guarantee. Old lady in training says 6 weeks. I made my lifetime membership back and am up another $2,500 this week. That's absolutely incredible. Okay, all these number ones are the reason why I'm able to offer you guys this money back guarantee. If my members were all losing money, I wouldn't be able to offer you a money back guarantee. It is just that simple. I'd be the worst businessman on the planet Earth if I offered money back guarantees while all of my members were just consistently losing money. So again, use coupon code TTG121. Get yourself the 41% discount, the brand new laptop, and the money back guarantee. If you do not want the laptop, instead you'd rather have a little bit of a bigger discount, you can text Adam right now to 201-775-9702, and he can help you guys out, maybe give you a little bit of a bigger discount. All right. Okay, guys, so there you have it. All right, now let's talk about the overall markets, what to do, what to do, what to do. All right. Yesterday, we had a significant pullback in the markets. I should say sell-off. Yesterday was outright nasty. Yesterday was just a nasty sell-off in the overall markets. And today really wasn't much better. Really wasn't much better. You know, lackluster action here today in the overall markets. We had a gap up to start the day after there were statements released that Evergrande was not going to be an issue for concern, that this was not going to be contagious, or there would be no contagion from the Evergrande fallout in China. Evergrande is the second largest real estate company in China. They have $300 billion in debt, and they are defaulting on that debt. That was the final straw that broke the camel's back yesterday in the overall markets. It is not the only reason why the markets went down yesterday. The markets have been going down for the last 2 weeks. It's been a culmination of a variety of different things that have rattled the markets, and that Evergrande situation was just the final straw. It's not the reason why we went down yesterday. There's a laundry list of reasons why the markets were down yesterday, but Evergrande was the final straw that broke the camel's back. All right. You have slowing economic growth around the globe. You had the surge in the Delta variant, which is now beginning to cool. Okay. But that surge has caused a little bit of a slowdown in growth. You also have the expiring of the unemployment benefits. That's going to cause a slowdown in growth and a slowdown in consumer spending and consumer confidence. You have inflation numbers are still higher than what anybody was expecting at this point in time. You have the Federal Reserve. Eventually, they're starting that taper conversation. That's going to be coming up here pretty soon. You've got earnings that finished and kind of, wrap themselves up. We're running out of positive headlines, and there's a whole laundry list of negatives. You've got the debt ceiling situation that is still looming in the overall markets. You have a laundry list of reasons why the markets have been going down these last couple of weeks. And that's why we had this big sell-off yesterday. And Evergrande was just the final straw that broke the camel's back. So what we have coming up here tomorrow is, in my opinion, the only real catalyst we have left to move the markets higher. And that's the Fed. That's the Fed. And if the Fed comes out tomorrow and says they are not going to taper, says they're not ready, that could alleviate some pressure on the markets. And you could get a bounce. You could get a bounce if the Fed says we are not ready to taper. I don't think that's going to be enough of a bounce, though, to take us to all-time highs. I think that'll be enough of a bounce to take us back to the mid 440s. Test the 50-day moving average, maybe get to like 444 on the SPY, somewhere like that. I think it's possible that we see that type of a bounce, depending on what happens tomorrow with the Fed. But what the Fed's going to do tomorrow will dictate how the markets react for the rest of the week and probably going into the week after that. If the Fed comes out tomorrow and says we are going to taper, we're ready to taper, I can't see any scenario that the markets get back to their all-time highs. And at that point, I would look for probably another at least 5% pullback in the markets. Minimum. I'd look for at least another 5% pullback in the markets if the Fed says that they're ready to taper. However, I don't think they're going to say that. I think the last unemployment numbers that came out were not great. Growth is slowing. And I think that those two factors are enough to delay the Fed from their taper. Jerome Powell has been very, very vocal saying we are not going to taper until we see significant progress towards in the employment market. Now, the last time the employment numbers came out, they weren't great. So that tells me that the Fed's not going to be ready to start tapering until they see more progress in the unemployment market. So I don't think they're ready to taper yet. I think more realistically, they'll announce a taper in November. I think they'll announce a taper in November, begin tapering in December, and then run that taper through probably until the middle to maybe third quarter of 2022 is what I will be looking for the Fed to do. That's what I think happens tomorrow. But you've got to be paying attention to the Fed tomorrow. The Fed will make this announcement at 2 p.m. Eastern. 2 p.m. Eastern is the announcement, and then Jerome Powell speaks at 2:30. So 2 o'clock, we'll know if they're tapering or not. Then 2:30, Jerome Powell gives a press conference with his official speech, and then he will be asked a bunch of questions from a bunch of different reporters and economists, and he will then answer those questions. And all of that has the potential to move markets. All right, so again, if the Fed says they're tapering, I expect the markets to drop. I would say at that point, I think it's a no-brainer that we get down to like 425, 424 on the SPY. If they say that they are not ready to taper, I think the SPY can get back into the mid 440s. All right, so let's go over the charts. Let's talk about the SPY real quick. Let's go over some levels now that you have a better understanding of what the Fed may or may not do tomorrow and how that could impact markets. All right, so let's go back. Let's share my screen again, and I'll pull up a chart of the SPY, and we can go over some levels. Because I'll actually draw for you right now exactly what I think the SPY is going to do tomorrow. All right. So here, as we zoom in today, what you guys will notice, yesterday we had the huge gap down day, right? There was that big gap down day. Then today we gapped up, and then we sold off all the way into the close, which was disappointing. Okay, when I go intraday, you can see we had this gap up today, and then we ended up selling off to actually finish the day red. We're unable to hold those early morning gap up, and we were unable to actually push off and to build on top of what was a nice bounce yesterday. We were unable to build on top of that, which is disappointing. So you can see after the shell shock yesterday, we basically just went sideways, which is disappointing. After such a huge move to the downside, you want to see those dip buyers come in. You want to see those value shoppers. You want to see people come in and say, wow, what a nice pullback. Let's buy. That did not happen today. And that's a little discerning. Okay. That's not great. You would have wanted to seen us, finish the day somewhere up in here to feel confident that, hey, that was a buyable dip. This is not buyable dip price action. I said that all the way back here. All the way back here, I was saying that I don't think that this is a buy the dip scenario. You've been following my live stream for the last couple of weeks. I've been talking about this sell-off. I've been saying I do not think this is a buy the dip scenario. I said that 2 weeks ago. And now here we are again today, and the price action that I'm seeing doesn't make me feel like anyone is in a rush to step in and buy this down move. So what I actually think is going to happen tomorrow, and I'll actually draw it out for you. Tomorrow, I think we actually gap down a little bit tomorrow. I think we trade lower. I think we go down, and I think we flirt with yesterday's low. I think tomorrow we flirt with 429, 430, and then the Federal Reserve comes out with their announcement. They say we are not ready to taper. All right. We're not ready to taper. Okay. And then I think we put our foot in the ground at around 430. And I think we rally back, and I think we close at 435, 436. And then the following day on Thursday, I would look for the up move to continue and maybe get us back to like 440. So I'm actually looking for tomorrow, and I'll draw it out for you over here just because I can't draw into the future. Like the chart doesn't let me draw into the future, but I'm going to draw into the future for you now. So let's say here's the red. Let's say here is yesterday. So let's pretend this is yesterday's candle. All right, let's pretend this is yesterday's candle. Okay, so we're pretending that this represents that is what I'm doing now, because I want to show you what I expect tomorrow. And then today we had this, right? This is what the stock market did today, right? That's what the market did today. What I'm expecting tomorrow is, let me actually draw this a little bit deeper. Okay,
Michael.
Tomorrow, all right, is us to trade lower originally, but then trade lower down here, go down and test yesterday's lows. Then the Fed comes out with their announcement, says no taper, we're not ready, we're going to stay accommodative, and then I think the markets do that. So I'm looking for the SPY to put in a candle that looks like this tomorrow. But I think we're going to drop in the morning and go down and test yesterday's low first, then the Fed announcement, then you get the bounce. And then on Thursday, I think that bounce continues and you get something that looks like this. Okay. This is the price action I expect to happen over the next 2 days. Okay. That is what I expect to happen over the next 2 days. And then I expect us to find resistance once you get into the low 440s. Now you're going to be getting into the gap fill. Then you're going to be getting into the 50-day moving average. And I expect that to be an area of resistance for the markets. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm going to look for tomorrow. We'll see if I am correct. All bets are off if I'm wrong about the Fed. If the Fed says, hey, we're ready to taper, then forget it. Then we drop tomorrow, and you probably see the markets go down to 424, 425 on the SPY, and we probably get down and test this support level. Okay, I think this would be your next support level on the SPY. Okay, if the Fed says we're ready to taper, then I expect much further downside. All right. So there you have it, guys. So there you have it. That's what I'm looking for. That's what you got to be paying attention to tomorrow with regards to the overall market. Unfortunately, I don't think we're out of the woods yet. And if we do get a bounce back after the Fed, and if we can bounce into the end of the year and we get back into the mid 440s, the high 440s, you will see me start taking profit in my long-term portfolio. I won't be doing it all at once. Okay. I will only get down to about 50% of my portfolio. I'll go 50% into cash. I'll hold the other 50% in the positions I have in anticipation of a deeper pullback next year. and then I will look to go shopping once that deeper pullback comes to fruition. But that, I think, occurs once the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, which is not going to happen until the end of 2022 in my anticipation. Okay. So that's what I'm going to be looking for in the overall markets. I'll let you guys know, obviously, when that happens. I'll let you guys know what it'll do. But regardless of what the markets do, whether we go up, down, left, right, sideways, doesn't matter, guys. We're going to be focused on making money here in True Trading Group. That's what a professional education will allow you to do. It doesn't matter if markets are up or down. We'll make money either way. Okay. You just have to understand how to profit when markets go down. It's actually great when markets go down because the markets always go down faster than they go up. So when markets go down, you get some really, really, really big moves, And you get this sense of instant gratification because when markets drop, they drop fast. I always say bulls take the stairs, bears take the window. So when the markets go up slowly like this. But when the markets go down, they go down fast. And that's why I say bears take the window, bulls take the stairs, is the saying that I like to use. That's what I mean by that game, Chutes and Ladders. For anyone that's older, Chutes and Ladders was a great game. You got to go up the ladder, but then you go right down the chute. Okay. So that's the way markets are. That's the way it always has been. It's the way it always will be. And my group and I will be profiting from that move. Guys, we crushed it last week on SPY put options. Last week, we had a bunch of good trades on SPY put options. So we've been shorting the market and buying put options. Really, we've been doing that, guys, for the last couple of weeks. This is not something that we're just talking about now. I advise you, if you're new to the channel, go back and watch my live streams from last week, and the week prior. I was talking about this pullback. I was saying not to buy this dip and that I think the markets go lower, and we got it. And my group and I, we profited from SPY put options beautifully over the last 2 weeks. And now it's time to kind of reassess the situation and see what goes on with the Federal Reserve. With Evergrande, if the Chinese government steps in and they solve that issue, that settles some fears. The Federal Reserve comes out and says, we're not ready to taper. That can settle some fears. And then maybe you get this little bit of a pop. Maybe then you get news about a Pfizer vaccine for kids, and that will allow more people to get back into the workforce because of kids going back to school and this and that. And preventing the spread of more COVID. And, just these are some positive headlines that you can start to think about. Then maybe Congress agrees to raise the debt ceiling. And now these are now all these different things that the markets are very worried about right now. All of a sudden, those issues start to subside. And then that's when you can get this little bit of a lift back in the overall markets while the Federal Reserve is still there with the money gun and they're still providing their stimulus and they're still very dovish for markets. Then you can get the market to actually move themselves higher. But there's too many factors that are unknown right now that we can't sit here. And it's a fool's game for me to sit here right now and say, yes, buy put options tomorrow and just hold them. It's a fool's game to say that because depending on what happens with all of these topics is going to determine what the markets do. You have to understand that when markets go up and down, it's not a matter of, look at me, I'm right. No, there's all these other factors that, depending on what Jerome Powell says tomorrow, is going to dictate whether the markets are green or red tomorrow. Regardless of what you think, you have no clue what Jerome Powell is going to say tomorrow. There's a handful of people on this planet that know what he's going to say tomorrow. Other Fed presidents and his wife are the only people that know what he's going to say. There's only a handful of people that know what the Chinese government's going to do with Evergrande. There's only a handful of people that know what Congress is going to do about the debt ceiling. You have no clue what is going to happen with all of those events. You can have an idea. You can have an inclination. You can say, I think they're going to raise the debt ceiling. I think Jerome Powell's not going to taper. I think the Chinese government's going to step in and not allow Evergrande to go bust. But you don't know for sure. So it's a fool's game for me to sit here and try to pretend like I know what all of those people are going to do. Instead, let me sit back. We made the money on the way down. Let's take a breather and let's see how these different aspects and these different factors, let's see how they play themselves out and how they resolve. Then I will make a determination. Do I think the market's going lower, or do I think that we are going to bounce back in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months? It's a fool's game for me at this point to say to all of you right now, tomorrow, buy put options and hold them. It's a fool's game for me to say that because I don't know what Jerome Powell is going to say. Once I do, I'll have a much better feeling on what positioning I want to give myself, and I'm going to play it accordingly. Okay? There you have it. Okay? So that's it. Yeah, guys, I see a bunch of comments in chat about the vaccine. This is not about that, your views on the vaccine. I don't care what your views are on the vaccine. You don't care what my views are on the vaccine. I will never share what my views are on the vaccine. I will never share my political views on here because I don't give a shit about yours, your opinions on the matters. You also don't care about my opinions on the matter. All we care about here in True Trading Group is about how to make money from all of these different things. And if the markets are worried about these type of things, I'm telling you what are news headlines that could potentially move markets up or move markets down. Okay, regardless of what my opinions are, and whether I agree with what happens or not, I need to understand how these things will affect the overall market because that's how I make money. And if I allow my own political views and opinions to blind me from understanding what goes on in the market, shame on me. You have to understand whether you agree with these things or not is irrelevant. You need to understand what the market will do if so-and-so happens. And sometimes it's difficult for people to break that bias. Some people they're so biased politically to a fault where they actually lose money because of it. You know, some people are so biased to that, happens all the time. You had some people that were shorting the market because they thought Donald Trump was going to send us to World War III. Well, you're the ass. You also have people that thought, oh, Trump lost the presidency. We're going to short the markets because if Biden comes in, the market's going to crash. Well, markets still went to all-time highs. Trump was president, markets went to all-time highs. Biden was president, market went to all-time highs. Didn't matter. But there's a lot of people out there that allow their political bias to cause them to make decisions that lose them money. You've got to be able to separate the two. That's why I don't talk about my opinions on here, and I'll never give you guys my political views. I'll always tell you how I plan to make money. That's all I care about. That's all you should care about. All right? So that's it, gang. All right, that's it on the overall markets. There we have it. That's that. What I want to do here now is I'd like to spend a couple minutes and actually walk you guys through. I'd spend a couple minutes here, walk you guys through what the TGD platform is all about, what is included. I want to show you guys the TGD platform for those of you that are interested. Okay, remember, because the 1-year membership to True Trading Group, it's normally $2,212 for the year. But from now until midnight Pacific, you can save 41%. It brings the price all the way down to $1,291. And the next 5 people to use coupon code TGG121 will get themselves a brand new free laptop. It's totally free. It's our gift to you for joining the TGG family. You guys don't have to even pay for shipping. We cover the shipping cost for you, and we ship to anywhere in the world. Okay, remember, think of us as a Netflix of trading communities, folks. You pay one price, you get access to the core of everything we have for the entire year. As a member, you're getting access to the top premium trading tools and products because you bundle them together as part of your membership. And included in your platform will be the Benzinga Pro real-time news feed. This is a live breaking up to the second news alert service directly inside of our chat room that gives you access to news as soon as it crosses the wire. No more relying on delayed news like Yahoo Finance. It takes way too long for that news to cross the wire. And with your acting on delayed news, you've already lost. Okay, you need to be able to get news at the same speed of which the professionals do, and that is what you have here in this Benzinga newsfeed. You'll also be able to use our quote streams full book level 2. It's going to show you all the market makers inside of level 2, not just the ones your broker shows you. That's also part of our simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time data, so you can practice trading stocks and options before you risk your hard-earned cash. This is the same simulator that is used at California State University, Fullerton, University of Wisconsin, Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, and Illinois Tech. Then you've got our trade ideas scanner. This will show you what stocks are making new highs, new lows, what stocks have a surge in volume. It's broken down into small cap, mid cap, and large cap scans. So no matter what you trade, we make sure you're focused on the hottest stocks during the day. Then you have our own proprietary scanner that's got the functionality of FinViz Elite. where you can actually create and save your own scanner, but also the moderators can share in real time their scanner setups with you as well. The coolest feature of our proprietary scan is you can actually click on any stock on that scan and get unlimited downloadable analyst ratings on any particular stock. So you will actually be able to see how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating on that particular stock. That can really be helpful making your investment and trading decisions. All right. Then you guys will also get access to our social sentiment scanner. This used to be something only available to, the pros and the hedge funds on Wall Street. Now, at our THD members' fingertips, this scans StockTwits, Reddit, Twitter, and tells you how many times specific stocks are mentioned on those social media platforms. And then it gives you useful information like how big is the float, how much of the float is short, are there options? All of these things can help you guys, making your investment and trading decisions. And especially when you're trading social sentiment and these meme stocks, this type of stuff is extremely important to catch those short squeezes before they actually occur. All of these things are free. You don't pay extra for any of it. There's no upcharge or upsell to use any of these platforms, any of these tools. They're all included. Then you're going to get access to TradingView's premium charting software. That's one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. You're getting at least a minimum of 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders sporting well over an 82% win rate. We're fully transparent. We keep a trading journal on our website that all the moderators upload their trading activity to every single day that tracks every buy and every sell that they make. This way you can follow along and see how you would be performing if you were following all of the trade alerts that the moderators are making throughout the day. Okay. You also get 2 small private study groups. This will be your chance to talk to a moderator, get that individual attention, and get help on lessons and topics that you are struggling with. Then you also have, of course, the courses. The courses are, again, a simplified version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses for those that are brand new, that have never traded before. You start there. It'll walk your hand and hold you through that. Then you guys have advanced courses for those that are more seasoned. Then you guys also have courses on options, trader psychology, crypto, swing trading, you name it. It's all in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. Okay. And you get access to all the courses, guys. There are no VIP or pro courses that cost more money. You get access to every single course when you guys join. All right. Then, of course, you've got access to the video library. Video library will give you guys an additional more than 100 hours in educational video content. These are workshops and webinars we've conducted with members, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO. All this stuff is available with you guys with your membership. And then, of course, the chat room where you guys can see our screen, hear us on the microphone. We trade live with you every single day. You can send us private messages and ask us questions. We're there for you guys the entire day from pre-market till after hours. All right, guys, listen up, because the price of the membership keeps going up each day. Okay, until we get to, we're going to move the membership up to over 2K. We have to, because of all these features that are on the site. It costs us a lot of money to include the social sentiment scanner, the trade idea scanner, the simulator, the charting software. All those things cost us a lot of money as a company to have on the platform for you guys to use. So that's why the price of our membership continues to be walked up until we get ourselves back over 2K. But even once we're at 2K, the value of the membership is actually ridiculous, because you can join right now for $12.91. Let me put something into perspective for you, because if you're like, you know what, this guy sucks, this guy's a clown, I don't want to join your training group, but that Benzinga news feed sounds pretty dope, I want to use that. If that's the case, you can go to Benzinga right now. They will charge you $1,400 a year for that news feed. That news feed is included on the TG platform, and you can join the platform for just $12.91 and get access to everything else that I just shared with you. CodeStream's full book level 2 costs $990 a year. The simulator's $300 a year, and TradingView charges $600 a year for their premium charts. Just those 4 tools is $3,200 a year. They're all free with your platform. I didn't even talk about the social sentiment scanner, the trade idea scanner, our own proprietary scanner. I didn't talk about the courses. I didn't talk about the video library, the workshops, the one-on-ones, the small private study groups. I didn't even get to any of those. That's what I mean by the value of your membership is insane. I'm Samuel, looking for day trades to follow. You are offering 1 year plus a computer for $1,200, but it's too much money to gamble. If it doesn't work, $400 is possible. Sorry for being poor. Number one, Number one, listen, Samuel, if you just want trades to follow, you're in the wrong place. I'll tell you right now, you can just sign off the live stream, go somewhere else. There's a lot of other services out there that would love to take your money and teach you absolutely nothing. So TTG is not for you. Yes, we do have trade alerts. We trade real time with all of our members. We send out all of our trade alerts in real time. We have a mobile app that push notifications come through. It lets you guys know. So even if you're not in chat, you know exactly what's going on. But do not sign up for that. Don't sign up just because you want trade alerts. There's a million services out there that offer you just follow the leader blindly trade alerts. And if you're just going to look for who's the best, good luck. You're never going to be happy. You're always going to move from one service to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. Sign up because you want to actually learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. You want to learn how to become a self-sufficient trader. And number two, I bet you your $400 that you will spend 5 times that in some stock that you read about on Reddit that you know absolutely nothing about on a whim to try to hit it big. I guarantee it. You say $1,290, $1,291. You say that's a lot of money, but I guarantee you'll put that into a stock tomorrow because somebody on Twitter told you to. So don't tell me that it's a lot of money, because it actually comes out to $3.50 a day, which is right around a cup of coffee. And I offer a money back guarantee. So if you do not make that money back at least once after going through the courses, passing the quizzes, and attending a private study group, if you don't make it back, I'm going to give you your money back. Literally, that is how much I stand behind this program. I put my money where my mouth is. Okay, I'm not just up here feeding you a bunch of bullshit nonsense, selling you the stars and the moon. Results matter at True Trading Group. Over 80% of our members are making money and becoming better traders. That is a fact. Of the last 4,700 people that have joined, I've only had to refund 109 people. That is a fact. Results matter in True Trading Group. And that is why, if you are willing to give me a little effort, if you're willing to say, I'll go through the courses, I'll go through them diligently enough so that I can actually pass the quizzes at the end of them, and I'll attend one of these private study groups where I can ask questions and get some help. If you do that, I'm saying I'll commit back to you and say, okay, if you do that and still don't make back your $1,291 at least one time, I'll give you all that money back, because then my program failed you. That's how this should work. Right? You're subscribing, you're getting a service, you're getting products, you're getting access to a platform that is supposed to help you to become a better trader. If it doesn't, you should be able to return it. Right? That's how I feel. That's why I offer you that money back guarantee. So you ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Seriously. You join, you get a free laptop, you don't make back that money. I give you the money back. You got a free laptop in the meantime. You don't have to return the laptop. It's yours. Keep it. Best case scenario, you join, get a free laptop, actually become a consistently profitable trader, and reach financial goals you never thought possible, and you got a free laptop. That's best case scenario. Weigh the risk reward of that decision, because that's what trading is about. Trading is about risk reward, right? You're making decisions constantly throughout the day based on risk reward. So weigh the risk reward of that decision. Ask yourself, is it worth it? I think it is. 7,600 members of True Trading Group also think it is. I encourage you to go check out our Trustpilot page as well. Well over 1,300 people have taken the time out of their day to leave us a review on Trustpilot. Go read them. Okay, we are 5-star rated on Trustpilot. Well over 1,300 reviews. Go read them. And I encourage you to read them all. Read the 5 stars. Read the 4 stars. Read the 1 stars. Fucking read them all. I'm fully transparent. TTG is fully transparent. I don't sugarcoat anything. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to join TTG and make $1 million tomorrow. But if you do join True Trading Group, what I can guarantee you and what I can promise you is that you will get the education and you will get access to the resources and the tools and be part of a community that is going to give you the best chance that you have to become consistently profitable. That's what I can give you. And I'll put my stamp of a money back guarantee behind it as well. So you guys can use coupon code TTG121, get the 41% discount, get the money back guarantee, get a brand new free laptop in the meantime. But there's only 5 of those laptops left. So When you get to the checkout page, if you see the laptop in your cart, you know you're good. You're getting a laptop. If you do not see the laptop, that means we've completely sold out. You actually have to enter TTG121 coupon code and then click apply code in order to get that discount. If you guys do not want the laptop, instead you'd rather have a bigger discount, you can text Adam right now to 201-775-9702. Again, that is 201-775-9702. Winthorpe says, I used my credit card. I started September 1st, and in 3 weeks, I already made my money back. Their trades are thought out, and they explain why they make them. That's the key, Winthorpe, and I'm glad you said that, because we explain to you not only what we're doing, but why we're doing it. And the why is the most important part, because I want you to understand why we're buying, why we're selling, why. That is how you're going to learn. Kathleen Duke says, you will not find another group that is as transparent and honest as TTG. Mambo Jams Kitty Cat says, you can make 6 figures your first year. Guess how I know? Because I'm on track to break that very soon. Great job, Mambo Kitty Cat. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Cetra Abaddon says, I'm thinking about joining. I like this sales pitch. Hey, listen, it's not even a sales pitch. I'm just literally giving you the facts. You know, like this is just me telling you, I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm literally just telling you, this is what it is. You want it? Great. Come join us. Become part of the family. You don't want it? Great. Good luck. Anywhere else, just make sure even if you don't join True Trading Group, my only advice to you is to make sure that you understand the background of whoever you get your education from. There's a lot of BS out there. I've seen people on YouTube completely misunderstand how macroeconomics work with like the Federal Reserve and what's going on here and what this means and, you know, like how the markets are affected. I've seen people completely misunderstand how that works. I've also seen people completely use indicators wrong. I've actually watched people on YouTube show how they use an indicator and they were completely wrong. Blew my mind. Really blew my mind. So there's a lot of nonsense out there. Just make sure you understand. Just make sure you understand the background of the person that you're getting your information from. That would be my advice to you. Okay. So again, guys, coupon code TTG121. Get that free laptop. Get a 41% discount. Get the money back guarantee and get your butts in chat. Tomorrow's a huge day. Fed day tomorrow. I'm literally telling you, tomorrow will determine whether markets bounce or we go lower. Tomorrow's the day. You got to get your butts in chat. Don't try to figure this stuff out on your own. I'll be walking our members through this live in chat all day. I'll see you guys all there. Thanks for joining me. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications if you guys haven't done so already. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow.